He's a burger.
Yep. Welcome to a conversation.
What's good? Welcome back. Welcome back.
In a moment.
Niggas over here dropping the phones and shit, man.
Relax.
What's going on? How was your week?
It was a calm week. Man. Got to the chicken. Been in the gym.
You don't even know what's going on.
Shit, cause I ain't do a damn thing.
You didn't do a thing today? Not one thing? This whole week?
Well, I mean,
I went to ball today too. I'm sorry as fuck.
Besides work.
You wasn't getting no yuckets though.
Whatever.
Yeah.
I was out there getting buckets, man.
You was running fives or you was running threes?
5. Cause it was exactly 10 of us.
Outside?
No. We was inside.
Nah, just the whole suit.
Who was there?
Sick.
I know Gio was there, but...
Gio.
Anyways, we're getting off topic. We're getting off topic.
Niggas act like niggas don't know 2 Gios. Y'all did it. That's crazy.
He don't play ball though. Nigga is just a black Gio.
He's the worst.
Both of them niggas play equal amount of ball.
Nah, Gio definitely played more basketball than Gio. Nigga, I know both of them.
You say you got it.
Alright, my fault, bro. So let's talk about this Forex shit. Since niggas want to get hostile.
This is what you call it.
Yeah, bro. So what we getting into? What's the opinions on it? Y'all thinking it's an epidemic? Y'all thinking it's what?
I want to hear his take on it first. I'm gonna slide in.
I'd rather hear somebody else take. I'll go second.
Alright, I'll go first.
All right.
So I do think that it's damn, what's the way to say it? Like obviously, good comes with the bad. I think it was kind of a necessary evil, low key, cause like a lot of shit don't be happening to niggas out here where they kind of have to sink or swim, kind of a thing. I do think that it's good in the sense that it showed people that you could actually make money in other ways. I don't know, I have a lot of older friends who tell me like, yo, invest, move your money around, all this shit like that, which is kind of what got me into flipping and photography and stuff like that. Like just taking that shit more serious, you know what I'm saying? Like obviously it's not stocks, but that'll come on its own. But like that's how you get rich. Like you can't really get rich without making money off of your own shit.
Right.
I think where it got bad is when niggas started making this shit into a fraternity, basically, where niggas is joining the group chats and have to pay all this money, X amount, whatever. Do all this, do all this stuff. It just seemed like it was a little too exited. Yeah. It just reeked pyramid to me. Like, if I'm gonna keep it 100, it reeked pyramid, because I have heard of people who did do this shit and did not come out the way they wanted to, and they kind of just stopped, and now they out of X amount of money. Warranted, that might be their fault, but still, you know what I'm saying? It shouldn't be, the way it's being advertised, I think it's fucking horrible. Obviously, a lot of people are able to kind of see, because there's so many people doing it now, they have to kind of attach a certain kind of lifestyle to it, but, you're not going to jump into investing in anything and making a year's worth of money. You know what I'm saying? There was always that associated stigma, quit your job for this. You don't need a job, this, that, all this shit like that. But, niggas don't have no steady income. So, telling people to quit their jobs to take their last and try to flip it into anything is really crazy. Because I believe it's if you're able to, flip 9% of your total income for the year, that's having a good year, coming out profitable, you know what I'm saying? So expect the niggas to take 100% of everything that they already had, throw it into something they know nothing about, because nobody wants to take the time to learn anything anyways. And these niggas coming out sick, and now they're like, damn, blah 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 this, blah blah that.
With that, I feel that's where a lot of people lost the step, because first of all, I always learned to never put all my eggs in one basket.
Mm-hmm.
That was one of the first things my father always told me, and
Right.
So I feel where it went wrong is because when there's levels to it, like when you watch the people that are actually making a lot of money in the MLM, like in our company, like they go about it a lot differently than the people in the lower ranks go. You know what I'm saying? And because of that, a lot of people don't see that. They just see I see a lot of the young people like, if you want to get money, like it's basically a lot of scammer talk I see on my grandma all the time, and I'm looking at it, I'm like, see, this is why when people contact me about it, they think it's a joke because everyone's like you said, like quit the 9 to 5, quit this, quit that. Like first of all, I would never quit my job because if I'm making steady and good money off one thing, why would I quit an easy paying job that pays me extremely well? On top of that, like you know what I'm saying. For me, I want to have 2, 3, 4 different incomes just like they do. But that's where my issue came with it, was just the like everything you said. Like I feel like you spoke on it well, because the whole quit your job and this, that, and the third. Like,
bro, it was really weird. Like, niggas was treating this shit like they was some rappers.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's cool that you could do all of that. It's cool that all of that comes from that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's good to, like, show that motivation. But, like, then I feel like, because there's a lot of weak-minded niggas out here, and you giving niggas the wrong impression.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of niggas can't afford to do that on their own. They couldn't afford to do it with a job. Now they have to take money every day, invest money every day, come out profitable every day, and they're just supposed to just end up over there, end up pet houses in Dubai. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was just.
I know, like, with my team personally, we do we work hard with everybody. Like, you know what I'm saying? But a lot of other groups I've seen, they throw their people to the wolves. Like, I get contacted by a lot of people outside of my group all the time asking me questions, and I'm like, listen, I understand that that's your issue, but the person that you signed with and who is supposed to help you is who's, like, you know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, they're benefiting from you, and you're asking me the question. So not to be rude, but you're taking money out of my pocket and my time because I already have things. Like our group, I can honestly say the people I work with, it's a lot different because we work on developing everybody's mindsets. We work on reading our books and just a lot of things to really make you a strong-minded person. Because like you said, a lot of people put money into it and quit, and off rip, that's 100% their own fault because. You got sold the dream, and now you thought it was just gonna be some.
That's how it seemed. That's how it really. That's how.
I know. I understand what you guys see, but like I said, with my group personally, we don't jack any of that. Like it's always
that's
we
really
already know.
What it was, though. It was a whole lot of hey.
Right.
You want some money? You bring me some money.
Right.
And I'm gonna get you more money. You want to see $100 turn into 1,000? Sound like the same type of credit card swipe to me. It's just differently put through it, and hey, there's definitely a positive that comes with the trading and everything like that. If you learn how to do it, if you learn how to invest in stocks, if you learn how to do this and this,
you could do your own shit.
You could definitely go up. You could get rich. But how could people that never got there tell you that you can do it if they can't be an example? You get what I'm saying? Like that's how I always see it. Like there has to be somebody standing here in this room that is the leader here. Could you show me last month that you made more than $4,000 doing this? $4,000 coming from $100 is a whole lot. Hey, you even make $1,000 off $100, that's a whole lot. If you made 500 that month, that's some type of income. There's niggas that's negative though. There's niggas that's just losing. And they don't have no way to win because nobody is showing them the right way of doing this. So now everybody gotta go sit around and keep on reading and reading and reading and reading and reading. But where's the one nigga that already done read this and already is winning? It's just like, me personally, I told him like, hey, as long as somebody could just show me some receipts on what they did last month and what they doing right now, I would have no problem signing up. Because you obviously know what you're doing. You obviously know how to make your moves around this.
Right, but basically a lot of people too, they don't even trade because, like I said, the Forex and the network marketing are two different things because they're selling you the product, but and then there's people that do the Forex, but the product is to teach you how to trade.
I could never be mad at the dude who's coming up off of straight recruitment. Like, how could I be mad? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, that's you live.
Not because because at the end of the day, if you want to take this as serious as you should have been thinking about it from the start, you could take it that serious and actually go somewhere, actually do things with it. But for the most part, it's sign up and now you can sign more people up.
Right, that's how a lot of people go. Because like when you see the teams that take their people with them and they grow with them, and like you said, like everything that you just said, there's a lot of people that are successful doing it because they have the help. But there's a lot of people that are just, yo, come on, bro, come with me. Let's, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna do this. All right, boom, 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 boom. You know what I'm saying? There's just a lot of people that's just doing it just for the signups instead of actually trying to help a person better their life. And then I also know a whole group of people that, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I wish you guys could see my side of social media that I see because a lot of, like, all you see is the people that are doing it around us, you know what I'm saying? And they're just trying to do it the quick, fast money way, and that's really not...
I've seen a lot of people do it. I've seen a couple of groups kind of detach themselves from other groups and branch off, do their own things, and that seems a little more legitimate. But, I don't know, like, the end of the day, the group thing is not really an issue to me. Like, it's a group of people trying to get money. That's not really...
that's not bad at all.
Absolutely.
What's bad is that it's just a dream.
The forms of recruitment is literally selling a dream. Like, you know what I'm saying? And like, I mean, in any instance, like that kind of is what you're doing when you're selling anything. You're selling somebody a dream. Period. Like a dream. Like hope is a commodity.
As far as you,
hope is a big commodity. But like, I feel like as far as setting expectations as to what is actually to come from this, because like you said, right? You said, can someone show you a receipt with, like, them making $4,000 profit off of their investments? That really shouldn't be an issue if you're really trying to recruit people. Because that's $4,000
that right there is
a month.
Get anybody to come.
$4,000 a month over 12 months, that's enough for a lot of people to live off of.
And legally, though, we actually can't do that. Why? Like I can't just go, yo, I got like you. I can't just like you. Even when like you see people post like they're charging.
I see niggas post that every day though.
But I'm saying, but with that, there's like supposed to be like disclaimers and things like that are supposed to be attached to that, like because
I've never seen one of those disclaimers.
I understand that. That's where my issue comes with all of that as well, is because we get sent messages and emails about that from the people that originated this company because the IRS is coming down on them because it's basically a long story short. But long story short, that's what there's supposed to be a lot of disclaimers. You're supposed to cover up certain parts of what you're doing and all that, but. So with that being said, that's why people don't just go bragging about the amount of money because it's not about how much I make.
Some do.
Right, I understand.
I don't know boy's name right now.
Don't name drop nobody. But
this one dude, he was posting the trading, getting $1,000 a day. I seen him one day had $7,000 in one day. 20 in a week. It's like, when did you go fuck with him?
Yeah.
He's showing receipts. And it's not the demo account. He's showing that he's really getting this money moved overseas. He's over there trading overseas. He's living in a vacation land. You showing me shit. Feel me? Like, if you and me are the same exact people, now it's one thing if we gonna say like, hey, we gonna start something here and we all gonna try to go up from this, not keep up. It's like say you had made a band, you only got 3 people, but you want 6. And at first, it's just gonna be you and them 3 people. You're not really looking for the 6 yet, cause you want you and your 2 others to start doing something. Somebody comes along now. It's like, hey, we should start recruiting. Let's get another drummer. Let's get somebody that play the piano. And type shit like that. But if we didn't already learn how to, hey, let's go check out venues and start setting up just for us, start doing more things, showing progress, that, hey, we got some fans now. You should come drum with us because we got some fans and maybe we get some more. Next thing you know, maybe the venue could go up. It's not like that though. They have nothing to show for it. We live in the same way. Niggas is still driving the same years of cars. niggas is leasing cars, niggas is not buying no cars. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, why are you acting like you rich when you not? That's the dream that's getting sold. I can't act like me and my friends is the hottest band out if we don't got no fans.
This LeBron Drake thing.
The camera going?
Yeah. Thoughts, reactions,
opinions. I want to see, like, you said you had a lot to say, so let me see, like.
Oh, well, that's more so. Could you pull up the exact tweet that you was talking about?
You know what the can't believe motherfuckers used to say Kendrick is better.
No. You said something about how people thought it was weird that Drake was getting advice from LeBron.
I should have screenshotted it. I just thought the idea we could.
I think a big part of why it's crazy, bro, is like, yo, like if we really thinking about it, right? There's not a lot of shows like The Barbershop,
right?
Where we're looking at just a whole bunch of black men who have a lot of status in the country, just sitting and being calm. And talking. Yeah. And talking about things that will have a lasting positive impact. And it's just crazy, I feel, for a lot of people to really witness that for the first time. Like, I really can't think of any, bro, like, I'm 22 years old. I've never really seen a TV show like that. Where, like, they really talk about, like topics that are, like, not necessarily moral, but,
relevant.
They're relevant. They're, topics that stem from a lot of things that a lot of people in our culture don't talk about, from mental health to financial awareness. You know, there's a lot of stuff that comes in between that.
Right.
So, I don't know, man. Like, at least in my life, I've always had someone like older to go and talk to, where I could go and ask questions and feel comfortable and not feel crazy. But there's a lot of people that have told me no too. You know what I mean? And I think, like, I don't know what it is, like, I guess, like, as minorities in this culture where we kind of don't want to share everything or feel like you're, like, inferior to go do this and do that. Like, I don't know. Like, I think seeing, like, powerful black men have a conversation like that is very uplifting. And, like, people are going to have, like, crazy reactions to it right away because it's like, what, like, why would LeBron and Drake be talking with? Why would he ask him for advice?
A lot of people felt that type of way because they in the show, and feel me, as of what we see, Drake is comfortable being him. He's not scared to
seek advice from another,
to be who he is and try to hide it.
With
Other people hide who they are, so it's like when they see Drake being a light-skinned nigga go to another nigga, because that's really what it is. Like, this light-skinned nigga soft. That's really how niggas is looking at it. I see it up on Twitter.
Right, because it was like what?
Niggas talking about
like, could it be my favorite rapper? Yeah, like could it be my favorite rapper? And all this other shit is like, it's not about that. It's like, if you listen to his music, you know
this
that
is grown people. Like, this is grown. It doesn't even matter about LeBron being 2-3 years older than Drake, or Drake even being older than LeBron. We grown here. Drake just had a kid. LeBron got 3.
He got way more under his belt.
You are in a successful relationship.
Right, and LeBron's been facing all types of the same, literally, probably synonymous pressures in their individual rights. Like, LeBron's been...
Realistically, they're the two biggest people in their culture.
LeBron's the best in basketball.
That's where they relate.
That's
where they relate.
I'm surprised they didn't bring Tom Brady in there. I really thought it was
he probably didn't have the time, or maybe we don't know yet. That episode didn't come out.
I thought it was going to be a room full of notes. So.
You know what I'm saying?
But my problem with that is, it's like, bro, it's not even an age thing. It's not nothing. Like, no, like, you know what I'm saying? Everybody's quoting on it. Like, regardless of, you know what I'm saying? At some point, we're all going to be grown men. And, like, people have an issue about a grown man going to a grown man. Like, you don't always have to look up to somebody 20, 30 years older than you. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because, like you said, whether Drake is older or whether LeBron's older, it's irrelevant because we're speaking. He's asking him how he feels. He's asking his close friend, would you be disappointed in me if I did this? Like, what is so wrong about speaking to somebody and making sure that you're not disappointing people around you? Like, that's
the problem with people.
If you care about the thoughts of
pride.
People close to you.
It's things that get in the way of people. People don't know how to be one-on-one with their people.
Right.
It's always, I gotta be this type of person.
Way.
Right.
If I'm always an angry nigga, I always gotta be that angry nigga. So you know me as that angry nigga. Never seen a real happy side, just
And even if
scrunch face.
And even if you ask one of your friends for any type of advice, you're already a hypocrite off that. That means you commenting and judging on that situation means you've never asked another man for help or questions or whatever it is you needed to get off your chest. That means you telling me you deal with everything on your own. You ain't never asked your friend like, yo, how should I holler at this girl, or like, you know what I'm saying? That's all. It's all the same shit. Would you be disappointed if I dropped this track? Yo, Shy, you know what I'm saying? How can I holler at a little shorty right here? Nigga, that's the same type of shit. So if you've ever done anything like that, then off rip, whatever you tweeting about or whatever it is niggas is chatting about, like, it's just, and it really just stems from the hate that they have for Drake. And because
LeBron. It's not Drake. It's just, they just.
But I'm seeing more slander towards Drake because he's the one initiating the,
100%,
you know what I'm saying? So it's just like,
I don't know, man. It's really not that crazy. Like, you just talking. You know what I'm saying? Like,
just talking. It's conversation.
All right, so let's further this convo on the topic. Now, what's y'all opinions on like what Drake spoke about with Pusha T?
What did he, like? Okay, I saw the part about what's it called? Where he was talking about how Kanye kind of started dropping all the dates and then this and that.
Right.
I don't have HBO, so I didn't see the whole thing where he was talking about Pusha T. So
I saw like the 7-minute segment.
If you can paraphrase it for me, yeah. Let me know.
Basically, I guess he flew to Wyoming and
he was writing the hook for Yikes.
Right, yeah. And I don't know if Pusha was out there for a minute or not or whatever it was, but yeah, he was out there. Basically doing the same thing that he was doing with LeBron, like, you know what I'm saying, like, yo, you know, I got the son.
Asking Drake.
No, Drake is talking to Ye, like asking for advice, like showing pictures of his son.
Mm-hmm.
You know, obviously, you know, he's helping him right. And when Drake had left Wyoming, he had given him his dates, and he left with the Scoopity Whoop beat. And then a few days later, you hear Scoopity Whoop, poopy, like, you know what I'm saying. And Drake said he felt like that was Kanye just being like, nah, you can't have the beat, like, fuck you, like, it was basically like a setup. The entire way.
That beat was supposed to be.
It was supposed to be a Drake beat. It was supposed to be whatever Drake was going to do with that. It was Drake left Wyoming with the beat. Mm-hmm. 2 days later, or whatever the X amount of days was,
right?
Kanye uses the beat and basically trolls him because we're all wondering what the fuck Scoopity Whoop was about.
Yeah. Right.
And then now we get the story, and now everybody's like, "Oh, Drake's lying." Drake, like, nigga, listen to the song. Scoopity woo, poopity boopity boopity woo.
That's how you know this nigga was already on some snake activity.
That's weird.
And then on top of that,
but they said I forgot who. I think they said 40 was out there or something like that a couple days before, and he hit Drake and was like, "Yo, something don't feel right about the energy out here." Mm-hmm. But Drake went anyways because he's thinking we about to go make some hits. We about to go do what it do. Like he helps him on the Ye album. He helps him on whatever else he helps him with, and then. Ye is like, oh yeah, like, when are you dropping? You don't got to worry about it because I'm dropping in November, and then next thing you know, we get a whole full summer of Kanye albums before Drake.
And then Drake said, like, on top of that, he really went over there and helped Kanye with a whole lot for him to only get that Scoopity Whoop track and a pat on the back for a thank you. He said it was just crazy, but at the time he wasn't seeing it as nothing. It was just a friendly exchange. That's what friends do, but obviously the tides turn.
Right.
Yeah, no, I definitely think that Kanye's on some whole shit as far as that goes. I mean, that's kind of corny. You already know someone came to you, played you new music, gave you dates, asked you for advice, and then out of nowhere, this dude got all the information. Like, it's crazy.
Right.
I mean, it out.
I just don't really understand what his motive was with that. Because it's not like him dropping projects all summer.
Yeah, it's weird.
But it's not like all those sales combined. Like, it's so weird to me because it's not artists that could put up numbers by themselves, let alone with Kanye. You know what I mean? That's the part that's really bad about it. Because if you really sat and planned and orchestrated this big multi-album drops, all 7 songs, right? And all 7 of those, how many albums are 5, 6
4
albums?
5. What was it? Cudi and Ye, Nas, Tiana, and Pusha. So 5.
Pusha, okay. No, those 5 sales combined probably didn't beat Drake first week. So I just don't really get what was...
And it never was.
What was the thinking? Because it was never, like, that. I mean, yeah, it probably never would have touched it.
It didn't even make sense.
But like, what was the thinking with that? Like, why even really do something like that?
Right.
It's just weird. It's like some water.
And then they talk more on
right.
They talk more on like
and
the Drake and
spoke on the
Pusha,
diss too.
the
like,
Drake and Pusha dissing back and forth.
And he felt like
Drake basically said like, listen, shit went too far, and to this day, right now, something has to be done here. And how I see it is, something do got to be done here, because one, they said Drake did have a diss record, and by the way that he came on national TV to say that something has to be done here, he feels some type of way deeply about this. This is like you and me having some type of beef.
Mm-hmm.
God forbid, but say your aunt or your mom had cancer and I knew about it, and I say, that's why your aunt got cancer.
Right.
It's like, it's not that, oh, my homie died from violence, or my man shot himself or something like that. You saying that my boy that you know I care about is sick, and I know he's dying.
though, it ain't even.
And
like,
it's not curable. It's not even like there's a cure for it. It's not curable. It's basically like cancer. He's dying slowly, and you came out your mouth to say that. That's not even disrespectful. That's beyond that.
And then a lot of people, they trying to compare it like, oh, like he brought up his wife and all this other shit. Like, yeah, like, and even Drake even said, even when it came to his son, it was like, you know what I'm saying, that's part of it. But he just felt like the line was crossed when it came to the
like the
son
wasn't even that bad. But when you mention that somebody's loved one is sick and they're dying, it's like,
yeah, nah, I don't know.
Yikes.
How do you feel about that? Like, do you feel like, when it comes to rap, like, what do you feel about that?
I mean, I feel kind of weird about it because like that part is my favorite part of Pusha's like this.
Okay.
I thought that was the most like painful thing, and it's
painful.
It's obviously no malice towards like 40 or
right.
Drake's
It's all
camp or anything like that. I was just like, yo, like he really just said like he got that off kind of, you know what I'm saying? Like
right.
it kind of sounded hot to me when I heard it, bro. Like obviously I know like
right.
Yeah, like it's a little overstepping with the boundaries, but I've never really known there to be any boundaries in a rap beef.
Right,
that's just how it's like, always been for me.
A rap beef is kind of like a real beef. Like
I understand.
Even if like, and I'm not gonna perpetrate myself or anybody else like this gangsters or something, but say somebody in here had beef with somebody, and shootouts going back and forth. Nigga, ain't nobody ever gonna say that's why your mom got cancer. Nobody gonna come out their mouth and say that's why your mom just died, your dad just died from a sickness. Nigga, it's more shit to talk about than that.
Yeah.
Like that's a little bit too
it's like
far left. Like
it's like with the Troy Ave shit and like
it's
Joey
like
Badass.
Troy Ave with the Joey Badass
like,
saying that's
why
why
your boy gonna Ryan Hell this down the third or something like that.
Word talking about how he commit, but even then, feel me? That's like he did that to himself.
Mm-hmm.
That could have been stopped. A sickness that can't be cured. Nigga, your mom could have the same shit. Your dad could have the same shit. Your wife, you could have the same shit. Feel me? It's like, damn. You must really have some hate in your soul to really say some shit like that.
Right.
Yeah.
Real shit though.
It's a dark dude.
Couldn't
I feel like
be me.
Pusha's always been a dark dude. I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I feel funny about it, because it's like, yo, like I feel like that is like the boundaries was pushed on that shit, but then it's like it's rap beef. Like when has anything ever been held back? But like I mean, in all the shits I've heard, I ain't really like you don't really hear too many shits like that. Like
I'm gonna be honest, I'm a Drake fan, I'm an OVO fan. I didn't even know that OVO 40
was dying. I didn't know that shit either. I don't think anyone.
I heard it in the music, Drake saying like, yeah, he's sick, but I ain't know it was sick as he's dying. I thought he going through some things or something. Maybe he was on some fiend shit and trying to go back, trying to rehab off that, and that's why he's saying he was sick. Shit, I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
But then when you find out that hey, he really sick with something that can't be cured, it's like, damn. And it came out in the diss. Shit.
They're really trying to come for some.
Off some inside information that wasn't even supposed
Off
to be.
inside information because again we know Drake to be a private nigga, so it's like that shit.
That's what also was impressive about that whole sit down was to even get him to sit down and speak in general. Like nigga,
I knew he was gonna say something
eventually.
I mean, yeah, that's just how everybody is. Like nobody's gonna keep something like that under wraps forever, and that has to do with like any amount of subject matter. Really? Like to this day, like bro, I was just watching Joe Budden podcast the other day from Rolling, cause he talking about how he had got jumped by Wu-Tang like way back, like you know what I'm saying. He never talked about it before. He used to block people for, you know, tweeting about him, some stuff like that. Now he's on his podcast laughing about it. You know what I'm saying? Like after a while, like you're gonna have to come forward about some of the stuff and just own it. If you can't own it yourself, then it's like who's gonna own it for you? You gotta always talk about it. But
it's gonna weigh you down.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Like as far as that boundary thing, like I mean, yeah, he definitely did. Like he pushed the envelope a lot.
But
it's
seeing
just like,
some shit like that would make somebody come out their character. Somebody that's
100%.
not even anything
like
anywhere near that edge.
That's why I'm curious. I want to hear what that other track is.
I know that career.
Because I know you said you didn't see it, but Drake said it took him to like.
Listen,
like he basically didn't drop the disc for his own reasons
that's
because
that's what Jay Prince said. That if Drake would have dropped that disc record, it would have ended careers and it would have changed his for the worse. Because then he would have been somebody else after that. It had to be anger in that. For a nigga to come on national TV and say something has to be done to this nigga, by any means, somebody gonna go do it. Somebody is gonna go do it.
Alright, man. So that's the end of the discussion for this week. A little short, but kind of got to a lot faster than we thought we would.
Right.
Tune in soon for the next episode. We're gonna have it up soon.
Check us out on The Conversation, YouTube. Let's go. Weird.